Hey guys, so we're back with another movie review. For today, I have A Quiet Place Day 1 to review. I've seen it in theaters this past weekend. It's Friday by now, and I've just been putting it off for a little bit. It wasn't really one of my favorite movies, but I felt like it deserved a review of some sort. So just first off, the rating I would give this is a 7 out of 10. I was juggling between 6 and 7 for a good while, but I'd say it's about a 7 out of 10. There were a lot of things I really liked about the movie. Not many that I disliked, but there were a few things that I did dislike here and there. First of all, my favorite thing about this film was the sound. I watched it in IMAX. As you guys know, I watch a lot of my movies in IMAX, and this movie had a phenomenal sound score. All the explosions, all the sounds of the city. It's New York City, so you really hear a lot of different things happening at the beginning when before the aliens actually come in, and then you also hear selective things when the aliens come into the city, take over, and yeah, it was just brilliant. All the bass, all the explosions, all of the little sound effects here and there, car alarms going off, police sirens, helicopter. A lot of the bass was vibrating your chest cavity, which I love in IMAX. That's the reason I watch IMAX films, especially if they're more of like this action type of film or something with some explosions or cars or bikes. The realism and CGI was pretty good. I did like it. I have watched the first A Quiet Place. That movie was phenomenal. I'd probably give it an 8 or a 9. I gotta rewatch it to refresh my memory, but that movie was very phenomenal. I haven't watched the second one. This is the third installment of A Quiet Place, so this one's a prequel to the other two. But I did like the first one, and this one lived up to the CGI that we had for the first movie. Usually, the CGI in these type of trilogy movies or that go on for a while, it usually dumbs down a little bit, but John Krasinski did a good job producing the film, writing the film, and yeah, it was solid. The acting and dialogue, I did like the acting by both of the two main leads that we had in this movie. We also had a few other side roles in the film, which I wish we got to explore a little bit more. I'm gonna try not to spoil anything. There was a scene with the father and the dad. Something happens in the movie, and it looked like they made a lot of emphasis on the father not trying to show the kid what was happening. But then, after the fact of whatever happened, they didn't really attack that premise as much. I wish they sort of went along with it a bit more, or just not have shown it, because it was sort of pointless unless they were trying to set that up for the next movie or something. Besides that one part, I didn't feel much of a connection between the two main leads. The main lead, female, she was phenomenal. Amazing backstory. You got a lot of information from her. You got to hear her story. Whereas the second main lead, who was a male, we didn't get to hear a lot about his upbringing or his background. We heard a little bit, very small sentence, one or two sentences, but that's it. We didn't get any sort of background, any sort of emphasis on why he's important. They sort of just shoved him into the story, if you can get what I'm saying. I just wish they had attacked that a little bit more, gave us more on the second main character. But overall, pretty good, pretty solid. This movie only cost about 50 to 60 million, which they did an amazing job with. It was an hour and a half long, and it was just beautiful. Cinematography was awesome. You know how I love talking about cinematography. They shot New York City beautifully. It was amazing. I loved all the skyline shots, all the shots of the aliens coming in, the debris, the explosions, the dirt on people's faces. There's one beautiful shot I saw, which I probably can't talk about, but I'll try to explain it. Basically, a bunch of people are walking towards one way, and you see the main lead walking the other way, right in the center of the pile. You know those type of shots, like in The Man of Steel, where Superman's standing in the middle and a bunch of the characters are pointing to him, having their arm reaching out to him. Or let's say in Dune, I don't remember it too well, but there was a part where Paul Atreides was in the middle of the pack of a bunch of other characters, and sort of singles the person out. And I really love when films single out the main lead out of the rest of the pack. It makes it feel more symbolic, more special, more weightful. It has a lot of weight carried in just a simple scene like that. And I think that's it. I don't want to go too deep into the story. There wasn't too much happening. I just wanted to keep this a simple review. Do I recommend you guys watch it? Yes, go watch it. It's an hour and a half. I wouldn't recommend paying an IMAX ticket per se unless you are a fan of IMAX like me. But if you're just a regular movie fan, don't pay the IMAX ticket. Go watch it in regular. Go watch it in a recliner. Go watch it in Dolby if you have Dolby available instead of IMAX. I didn't have any Dolby around, I don't think. But yeah, awesome film. Go watch it. 7 out of 10. Beautiful work by John Krasinski as always. And I'll see you guys in the next review. Peace.